Ah! Oh, that's hot.
Hi YouTube, this
That's
is
hot.
Katosh and I'm here today to talk to you about the Warframe, and I want to start off the video from the bat with my build. Now, a new update has come to Warframe, and with that we've gotten a new boss, a new game mode, 2 new events, and this is the major content update that he has been talking about for a long time. So, this is what the game will look like when you're first logging into Warframe. Now, the event is mainly on Jupiter, and there's the Operation Hostile Mergers, Mission 1, for the first mission, then the second, third, and that's how you get progress towards the first part of the event, which gives you a sigil, an emblem, and an aura forma. Now, the other event is based off of the endurance run for hostile mergers, and that will give you the 2 Vandal weapons that are new from this update once you hit 1000 and 4000 score. I will link the patch notes here for you in the chat watching the video. So this is the boss fight. This is footage from the boss fight, the ropeless, and I'm using Zephyr here, which I should need a little bit more range on it, but it was okay for this run. I'm using Zephyr here. So that's how the boss fight starts off, and so we get a lot of dialogue from Lotus. I won't be dissecting that too much today. So that's the boss, and the mechanics to the boss is that you need to charge these 3 pillars, and the way you do that is having, similar to how the second dream mechanic worked in that quest, is you charge up these 3 pillars by having this big ropeless shoot it. So once you've done that, and you'll see each pillar glow purple, you'll begin to shoot the ropeless with your operator amps. Now, upgraded amps will help you a lot with this kind of boss, and this is how you farm Wisp. So once you run the shield, you can grab onto the ropeless and ride into the reactor, like I was having some trouble doing here. And then you'll see another cutscene as the ropeless falls down, and another layer of the boss arena falls down. So after the first round of this, right, you want to shoot the back and trigger this pillar over there. I actually messed up the timing for that one, but you'll see here that a lot of amalgam enemies will spawn. So you want to shoot the back and be sure to hit that button as soon as you can, as soon as the back is broken. I was using a Rubico Prime here to break the back, and then after that it's just like rinse and repeat. You break the shield like I did, and then grab hold of the ropeless. Now, get iframe when you're grabbing the ropeless. That helps in tricky situations where you might be losing a lot of health and you're not sure whether you should regen health or go for the ropeless. Now, you can actually shoot with the ropeless to trigger these pillars, so it's really important. And also, you need to charge the pillars first. Don't try to see me get caught up here for like 2 minutes here in the video in a bit. You don't want to try to okay, charge one, ride the ropeless into the tower after burning the shield, then do another. That kind of bugs out the boss, so you want to go in this order. So this is the, I believe, last tower that will I have to apologize for some of this laggy gameplay. It resolves itself later in the video. So So how do you actually grab hold of the Ropolis? I should have mentioned this. This is where I grabbed hold of him too early before he could charge the pillar, and I kind of messed it up. I was about to abort when it actually did charge up the pillar. Because what's not shown here is that I was trying to the rope list for many minutes was just near that pillar and not actually charging it. It was firing but not actually charging it due to some hitbox issues. But so this is the last pillar. This is the third stage, and it will become a fight between you and the Sentients. You can ignore them. The mission will still complete. There's a lot of sentient fighters that will respawn here, and remember they have what's known as damage resistance or adaptation to your damage. So you'll need to, especially if you don't have really strong weapons, you'll need to either choose to delete the sentience or just you can reset their damage resistance to your damage by going to operator mode and using your amp. So here, coming down. Okay, these are all slips. So here I was leveling my Wisp. Try leveling my Wisp by having my viewer in my Discord. And just keep sleeping. Shout out to Zion for doing this. We were power leveling with him, sleeping enemies in Equinox in the night form, and I was backstabbing them for a melee affinity bonus. I got up to rank 18 with this. We messed up a few times with melee bonus. I lost it a few times, so I had an affinity booster on, but it was still overall a pretty productive session. Here's where we are done with all this mission. That's how I was mainly leveling Wisp. After I hit,
there's a guy over here.
Okay, after I hit the level,
I have no energy. It's okay, I'll pick up.
I ran some Sanctuary Onslaught to finish out with.
Or not. Thanks.
Alright, let's try to get these last
I'll stick in here for a few seconds. And some guys down here.
Keep sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna get down here. The guy right there. Oh, somebody's talking.
Where?
I don't know. That's a scary part. Just start talking. Until there, I had my bonus. Until then.
Alright.
We're down here.
What level's your Wisp?
Level 18.
Oh wow.
Okay, so basically whenever the alarms are on, like I said, cancels out all the stealth that you can get for mini bonus, so you have to undo the alarm. And then whenever I get shot, it also resets the stealth, showing all the bandanas that you can equip to Wisp. Well, I showed some of them. There's a lot more, of course, but I went with the agile animation, but some of the bandanas cover the assets of Wisp, so be careful of that. Now we're talking about the abilities of Wisp here. I showed some demonstrations of the abilities. Her passive, giving her the invisibility to enemies. The reservoirs, granting a CC electricity with 100% status proc, 100% chance of status proc. For haste, vitality, or shock. Then her second ability being her target teleport to another, and taunt to throw out a copy of her. The third ability is again like a CC blind with radiation damage, and her fourth is the Soul Gate, and that's where she does a lot of damage with her fourth ability, ultimate, that fires fires her laser, fires the ray of beam, And here I'm demonstrating the haste buff that you get from putting down the reservoir. And here is the teleport. The more you hold it, actually goes farther. Then here is the blinds combined with the fourth ability. I found that this was before I had all these modded, and also these the fourth ability does target and damage nullifiers. However, if it's an Eximus nullifier, it won't do any damage to the Eximus enemies. And once again, here is the build for Wisp, and here I demonstrate the buffs in a Sanctuary Onslaught setting with the enemies at one point at 135 and the other 130. I don't know why I did it that way, but these are corrupted bombards at level 135, sorry, I believe. And I'm putting down these reservoirs. These are pause AI. This is me showing the increased fire rate.
That's pretty good.
For Vandal, because a lot of shotguns and also the Super Vandal. Most weapons benefit from fire rate, and I'm just showing. This is a corrosive build. I'll have a video out later on specific builds, but this is just me demonstrating Wisp's ability to increase. It does not stack, but increase your fire rate or attack speed, depending on if it's a melee weapon or a bow or an actual rifle. So the damage is helped by the attack speed. And one thing that's important to know is that once you touch the reservoir, you don't need to stay in it for the buff to apply. And also, if you put down 5, the 6th one will delete the first reservoir you put down. Here I'm showing the third ability, radiation damaging 1 damage, but it's mainly a decent CC. I'm not really sure, because I think her shock reservoir does just about as good of a job as her radiation blinds, but we'll have to see if there's more augments released for Wisp in the future. And I'm showing the 4th ability against these bombards again. This is actually, even though it does say 135, I did lower it to 130, level 130. And oh no, wait, these are level 135, correct? I bugged out here. I died and bugged on select. And now I think these are the 130s. There we go. Did a bit of a switch up. But as you can see, the damage on Wisp, this is when after I put on the build. Before some of the footage, when I was showing the abilities, it does not have the build on. Now I have the build where you can see I stack a lot of energy. And that's because you need Hunter mutations, Hunter Adrenaline to get that energy from damage on health. Rage gives you 40% and Hunter Adrenaline gives you 45%. Stack them both, you'll get a lot of energy, but I usually do that only on the tongue. But you can see the 4th here. You can also left click and change the damage of that. But also, one last thing, if you're an Overwatch player, you might recognize these abilities, that 4th ability at least, from Wisp on Moira. But that's all I have to say about Wisp. That is her build that I have been using. Most builds are good, but that is my build. If you want to use it, feel free to go ahead and apply that build. It uses adaptation, Hunter Adrenaline for the energy. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. I just put together an update video about everything to do with this update, and I hope you enjoy the content from this video. Thank you so much.